fuck around, I fuck around. Yeah, fuck around, round, round, I fuck around. I fuck around, round, 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 I fuck around. Fuck around, round, round, I fuck around. Fuck around, round, round, I fuck around. I'm getting fucked fucking up and down this fucking street. I gotta find a fucking place where the fuckheads meet. Those fuckers and me are getting fucking known. Yeah, the fuckheads know, so fucking leave us alone. I fuck around, round, 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 I fuck around. Fuck around, round, round, I fuck around. Fuck around, round, round, I fuck around. Fuck around, round, round, I fuck around. Round, round, fuck around, round, round, round.
Easy tea. We're back on Orchard, and this time I bring you to the fallen tree swim. Guys, follow me. Welcome. Don't forget to wipe your feet. Right guys, welcome to the van. I'm in the van. It looks like rain, so I'm gonna fucking hang out in the van for a bit. Do you know what I mean? So when the rain stops, we'll put the bivvy up. But for now, fuck it, I'm sat in here because the rods are literally just there, obviously. So yeah, this is the fallen tree swim. I don't need to tell you why it's called that. You know, it's a massive structure that's fell in, and it fell in ages ago, a long time ago, long before I was fishing it. And just like any structure in the water, it can be a magnet for carp. And I used to fish this swim quite often back in about 2016, maybe more. And I used to pile the bait in there, fish willow. And then if I blank on willow, I used to run round here in the morning and have one out from the tree. It was quite prolific in that sense. But then everyone was fishing this swim. Guvs weren't built. They fished here, the one next door, and because the bait kept going in regularly, it was a really good swim. But over the years, people haven't been fishing it. I'd imagine it's gone a bit stale. You know, it was really clean. It's not clean anymore. It's a bit shoddy and a bit at the minute. But when I was down a few weeks ago, fishing the stumps, and found all those bream, I was going to pile the bait, I was going to pile the particle back in the stumps, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to pile it in and give it to the bream. So I walked across, because you can walk down the trunk. I walked down the trunk and I threw the bait that I was going to put in the stumps in the tree to try and ignite that swim again. And it's had 2 or 3 top ups since. And tonight I thought I'd drop in and have a go at it. You know, I'm a little bit out of sorts because I have actually done a vlog this evening, and I didn't realise that my mic had gone flat and most of it was in silence, so I'm playing a bit of catch up. So yeah, tactics wise, pretty simple, same as last time, although I'm just going with something slightly different. So when I fished the stumps, and I definitely had fish on me, bream and carp, obviously. I had liners for hours. Must have been about 4 or 5 hours till I had a run. And I'm just wondering whether, because the lake water's died so heavily, whether they can actually find my bait easy at night. I think in the day it don't matter so much. You can sort of see 2 or 3 foot into the water. And obviously carp can see in low light levels. But I think in the dark, and with it being died, I think they may be struggling to find the hook bait. So in this session, I've decided to, where's my rig? I actually need to do one actually. I've decided to use something that's really old school, to be fair. And to be quite honest, I don't know why I don't use it all the time, especially in the winter. You know, you fish nights, the dark. You need all the help you can get. So in this session, I've decided to use the glow in the dark corn. I chose Enterprise, just basically because I could go and get some, but you don't have to buy Enterprise. There's cheaper alternatives. There's quite dear them. But to be fair, they are the best, I think, in my opinion. So, so again, we're going to go with the same pretty much setup as I was fishing the stumps. I mean, I'm using obviously the same leaders, brand new rigs. I did actually have, I normally use the fused leaders, and I've done for a long time, whether it be Ridge Monkey or Gemini. Now, I used the Gemini leaders for ages and ages, never had any problems. But I did think to myself, you know what, I'm going to try the Ridge Monkey ones. And a few weeks ago, fuck it, I've lost the thing, here it is. A few weeks ago, I actually had a fused leader let go at the fuse, at the swivel end, not the Ronnie end. Now, I'm not too sure, I should have checked, but I'm not too sure whether it's the Gemini one that let go or the Ridge Monkey one that let go. I can't fathom out how. I had a fucking steaming fucking run. I picked the rod up to nothing and it was minus a rig. But the rubber was still on the swivel. Now that can only mean that the fused part had let go. But as I say, I'm not too sure whether it was the Gemini or the Ridge Monkey one that let go. So, me being me, that cost me a fish. So that's it, I won't use them again. Simple as that. I mean, I've been using them for probably about 4 or 5 years, the Gemini ones, without any bother at all whatsoever. But then that one let go, so that's it, I won't use them. So we're back on just tied illusion, tied booms I've tied myself. So if any more let go, then it's my fault. There's no one else to blame. So let me just sort this out. Sorry this has been a bit long, guys, but so yeah, that's the rig. So this is the rig I've gone for. This is a 500 safe zone leader, heli leader, and I've got the bead about 6 inches up from the lead. I'd imagine it's quite choddy down there, you know, until we get some bait going in. I can clean it up a little bit. And then I've got, not quite as long as last time, about a 7-inch boom, Carp Spirit medium curve with a nice little 15mm pop up onto a bit of glow in the dark corn. I shall balance that nicely. I've already got 2 rods out, so I don't need to do this one. I was just as an example. But fundamentally, that's the rig I've got on those 2. So what I've done is I've shifted two rigs out towards the tree. One, I've put just boilies in, about 20 baits in the boat, in the tosslon, and I've catapulted 4 pouches of boilies over the top. So we've got a nice little spread of boilies where the tree is. And then on the other one, I put about 10 baits in and a scoop full of particles. So we'll just see if one makes a difference, that's all. It's just trying something. I'm hoping the boilie one goes, because I find that if you can just fish boilies and boilie only, the pickups are better because they're moving in between baits. They come across yours, wallop, then they've had it. When you fish a boat full of particle, it slows them down, they tip up, and they're a bit slower, and they can sort of suss you. They can feel things a bit easier because they're not moving about. So, but anyway, that's the 2 rods fishing. I'll take you down to the rods and show you what we got. Right, guys, is this thing working? We've still got lights. We've still got lights. We're good. So, don't know whether you can see. There's a little white bit there. That's a no fishing sign from the other side. So we're just right at that no fishing sign, about middle diddle of the tree where it's entered the water. Now the tree, it isn't parallel to this bank. The furthest outmost part of the tree is closer to me, if that makes sense. So the more left you can get to the tree, the closer you can fish to it. The more you creep in towards the bank, if you get closer to it, if the fish picks it up and tears left, you're going to pick up the remainder of the tree that's in the water. So as a rule, I tend to fish a good rod length from the tree. It's sort of simple as that, because there's quite a lot of stretch in the mono as well. But a good rod length from the tree, and if it does come round left, it will miss that. And I've never had any bother with a fish getting hooked up in that tree fishing that way. The reels are obviously locked up, it can't take any more line. All I've got is a 2-inch drop on the dropper, just for an indication, and then nothing, no more line. It can't have any more. As you can see, the lines are quite high up in the water. There's a load of weed as well in front of me here, so the lines are pretty much bowstring tight to the tree, other than this dropper, but they're quite heavy. So that's about it, really. That's about it. We are fishing. I guess we'll just have to wait and see if the pre-baiting works. So can I have a hand again, because this is a fucking effort. Anyone know who this fucking twat is? Absolute melt. That's a mirror I had on my birthday. It was 11:45. And I know it was 11:45 because I got up and had a piss. God.
Help! Help!
Fucking right. Hold it. Fucking light shit in it on this camera. That is grainy. Proper grainy. So as you can see, it's getting pretty dark now. Tell you what, we'll try this again another way. So all is quiet on the carp front. I don't know what time it is. I would imagine it's about 10 o'clock. As you can see, the light is fading. And to be honest, I've just had some random beeps every now and again. Just random. On both rods. They're just, yeah. So I'm not too sure. I was thinking about having a bit of a refresh, you know. But I can't see the point. I mean, I dropped them out with a boat, with an echo sounder, that told me it was clean, but with a 4-inch choddy bottom. So, as far as presentation is, they should be fine. Do you know what I mean? I've just got to sit on my hands and just open her up for a nibble. But it's perfect. The weather's perfect. It's blustery. You know, there's a bit of rain in the air. Bit of chop on the water. And it's been warm today. So it's perfect for a bite. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see, really. And I've decided that, you see that space there? I can't be bothered to put my bivvy up tonight. No, there's no fucking point. That space there is 6 foot from my van door. And I reckon I could get out of the van quicker, because in the van, I'm not in a bag and I've got my shoes on. If I'm here, I'm in a bag without shoes or Crocs. So I reckon if you timed it, I could get out of the van quicker. So I'm going to stay in the van tonight, I think. And hope one of these rattles off, I reckon. Anyway, guys, that's where we're at. So, yeah, I'll catch up to you as and when. Fucking look at those bad boys. I mean, they must be able to see them. Fucking look at them. Morning team. A quiet night. From about 11 o'clock, nothing. Not a bleep. And they're on quite sensitive, so I don't think there's anything there at the minute. But this morning it's become apparent that there's quite a lot of fish over the other side, sort of in front of stumps towards the middle of the lake. So it's only early, it's about 4:45, something like that. The sun's just come up. I think if I sit here, I think I've got a better chance over there. So I'm going to wind these in quickly and get round there. Where was that one? There's a few walloping down this end. It got light. I mean, I was up at 4:30 in the morning. It was light. It was dark, but I could see, or dim, but I could see. And there's a load down here, fucking jumping about and having a party, and nothing down where I was. I mean, I've been hanging about and pissing around, tidying the van up and stuff. So it's about 6:15 now. These have been out, I don't know, an hour. It didn't take me long to get round there and put them out. But yeah, there's still a few fish jumping about and what have you. The right hand rod I've got where I picked that little carp up from a few weeks ago. The middle one is the bream stroke carp rod, and the left hand one is just pushed a bit more round to the left, not too far because obviously there's trees in the way. But so they're out. We've got a couple of hours. We'll just have to see how it goes, really. Cracking morning. That is bright as you like. But yeah, cracking morning. Alright guys, don't know if you've noticed, but over the last sort of couple of months or so, I've been donning the hippopotachunk bottoms. Available at George Aldi online and in store for a little over 20 quid at the minute. I think they're on special at the minute. You get them for about 12. I did actually buy a couple of green ones for 12 quid. You can get yourself a pair of hippopotachunk bottoms. They've been washed a few times. They seem to be holding up all right. They haven't shrunk or anything. The stitching seems to be intact. They come with a cargo pocket either side of the knees, a couple of zipper pockets where you would expect pockets, a camo stripe down the outside of your legs to look really carpy, and yeah, they're actually really comfortable. Plenty of movement in them, a nice baggy fit. However, there's one flaw that I've noticed, and that's that after an hour or so of, just milling about, the rear pocket tends to come out and just hang there, sort of like a limp ball bag. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, you have to tuck it back in now and again. You sort of forget. So, and if you look back on the blogs, you'll probably see it just hanging about like a fucking wayward left one. But anyway, these guys, little over 20 quid, hippopotachunk bottoms, absolute steal. Well, it's about 8:30, something like that. These have been out good 2 or 3 hours or so. The middle one's been knocking, a bit breamy, it must be said. But the middle one's had a bit of attention. The other two have been sort of dead silent. But I mean, I'd love to stay. The sun's out, the chop's in. Actually smells fishy. Do you know what I mean? It's got that carpy smell in the air. It's actually lovely. But got stuff to do, so us mere mortals, commitments come first. But I'm not going to say cheerio just yet, because I am down. The boy wants to come fishing. He wants to do a little overnight at Reggie. And also my nephew Jack wants to come. Jack's been asking for ages. And I said to him, right, this week we'll take you out, not together, but we'll take you out, do a quick overnighter. The boy's going to come, and then Jack's going to come later in the week. So it's just a bit of wind. The wind's getting up. But I'm not going to fish here, and I'm not going to fish the tree because they're going to be with me. So I'm going to jump in Guvs for that if I can, because it's a massive deck. It's secure over there. It's a lot safer. They're out the way of the water. And obviously my bivvy is right in front of it, so there's loads of room over there. And it's a lot more pleasant over in Guvs. It's a lovely swim. So I'm going to pack these up, get these in the van. I'm going to go around to Guvs quickly. I'm just going to put some bait in a few places just to, I don't know, hopefully prime something. It'll be nice for Reggie to see a big fish. He come last time and we blanked, so it'll be nice for him to see a big one. And Jack, you never know, we might get a few and Jack can have a little go. I wouldn't give the rod to Reggie, it's not old enough. It'd be see later rod, wouldn't it? But Jack could probably handle it. So yeah, so thanks for watching for the time being, but I'm not saying bye. But I will see you later in the week. Evening all, and what a cracking evening it is. Oh. So anyway guys, the rods are out. We're in Guvs. This one's Guvs. This is the one I built years ago. It weren't a swim here, it was just reed line, and across the left hand side the swims have just been left and there's no way you're going to claim the swim, so I decided to build one here that commands pretty much all that water. And what a cracking swim it is. So before I left this morning, in fact, we was going to come tomorrow, but the weather's a bit shitty tomorrow, so we decided to come tonight instead. So before I left, I put some bait to my left hand side by that bush that's in the water, some bait in the hole which is just in front of us, not too far out. It's just an underarm lob, and then one on the corner to my right hand side, and that one's been shifted out with a boat. I'm fishing same Ronnies as I did last time, but I've left the particle out and I've just using just crush boilies and just a handful over the top in the boat. That's it, where I put the bait earlier. So we're fishing, and as you can see, I've been demoted back to the bivvy, and the boy is in the van, and it's taken him 1 second of being in the back of that van to find the snack department, and at the minute he's probably devoured it. At the minute he's fucking fish jumping down the fucking bottom. Do you know what I mean? Literally just 3 times it's just come out right down the bottom. Can't fucking write that, could you? If that carries on, I'll be giving it the Danny stomp and pumping them along. But anyway, let's go and see the boy. All right. What are you doing in my van?
Drinking.
Pardon?
Drinking.
Drinking? Ah, what are you watching? Have to speak up, mate, 'cause I'm on the mic. Wallace and Gromit. Good effort, man. You all right? Yeah. Yeah? Cool. So yeah, that's him sorted. He's brought his pillow and his drink. He wanted to bring some more snacks. I said, son, there's loads of snacks in the van. You'll be perfectly fine. And there's another one just jumped out down the bottom. I tell you what, you can write it. Hopefully they'll come back up here. If not, as I say, we're going to be pumping them along, aren't we? But, yeah, the rods are out. We're fishing. See what happens, guys. Fingers and toes crossed. Right, what's this called?
I don't know.
Well, what do you think it is?
It makes food for fish.
It's a make food for fish. Yeah, it's called PVA stockinette. Go on, you say it.
Maybe I suck it.
So what we do is we ram some stuff in there,
Choo.
like so. Right. You're supposed to use a spoon, but Daddy don't bother. He'd rather just get it all over the place. Right.
Yeah.
And then what you do? But now what do we do once it's in there? Do you know?
Push.
Grab the thing then.
Can I push it?
Of course you can. Go on, man. Push it in there. All right.
Yeah.
Push it enough. That's it. Right, leave it in there. Leave it in there. Right, I'll push it through. I'll push it through. Right, I'll let you cut
Really
it.
cool. Just do that.
Just like you're pushing one out in the morning, isn't it?
And I can chop it up.
You can chop it up. So now what we've got to do, get rid of that. Just got to swivel it round, right?
Yeah.
Keep that nice and tight, right? And then pass it through itself, right? And then just do a knot.
Yeah,
And
with
then-
this scissors and you cut it.
And that's scissors and you cut it, right? So go on then, we're ready to cut now. I'll tell you what, why don't you get in the way of the camera? Right in the middle, that's it, go on, that's it.
Yes!
Fucking done it, boy, didn't you? So how many of those we got now?
Yeah.
How many we got?
2.
Show the camera.
We got 2.
And what are they called?
Bulbs.
What?
Bulbs.
Bulbs?
To hold them.
That's what they are. They're little food parcels, buddy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Little food parcels. Now this one's called, can you read that?
Oh. Looks.
What does it say?
To look.
Alright, say that bit.
Carp.
That'll do.
Prust.
Sticks.
Plastics.
No, sticks. So it's go on, you can do that. Chop.
Chopsticks.
Chopsticks, well done, man. Go on then, bang them back in there. Bang and bang in there, pop the lid back on.
Yeah.
That's it. Saves the moisture getting to them and they're safe if we need some more in the night or whatever. Isn't it? Sit down, no one can see you. No one can see you, mate. No. What did I say about shut your mouth off?
Sorry.
Right, so what's your favourite thing about fishing then, Reg? What's your favourite thing about fishing, mate?
Catching fish.
We ain't caught anything.
I know.
Well, we might. Other than catching fish, what's your favourite thing about fishing? I know what it is.
What?
Snacking.
Yay!
Sit up, man. Sit up. Why don't you sing the camera a song?
Why?
Go on, because you love singing.
Good.
That's what you told me. You said, put the camera on. I love singing. I want to sing a song.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I
You
didn't.
telling porkies.
No, I'm not.
All right, we'll turn it off then.
Bye.
Go on, you turn it off. So, the boy's gone to bed. Fucking hell, I thought I can be in the drink then. Boy's gone to bed. Done a fucking Roxy on me, didn't he? I'm tired. So we go to bed? Yeah. So gets him ready for bed. Right. Goes to bed. Goes back in the bivvy. I thought, I'll just go check on him. Goes and checks on him. He's sat bolt upright, and he. I was like, what are you doing? Nothing. Grinning on his face. What are you doing? Nothing. slippering out the iPad. No. So I'll give it the if that moves 1 inch, you're not getting it ever again tactic. And he's spark out now. It's way past his bedtime. You know, if I'd let him stay up, but he's normally in bed hours ago. But he's none artist now, so it's fucking blustery out here, guys. I've got my pom-pom on. That's what Reggie called it. We've got pom-pom. I did have a funky one on the left-hand rod earlier. A bit of a drop back. Picked it up to nothing. But yeah, it went slack, so probably fucking bream, innit? Whatever. But I've just moved it round to the right a bit more. Because I like to fish sort of tight to that bush at night when I'm, you know, not as quick on the rods. So I've just moved it left a bit away from the bush, a little bit closer. It's actually a little bit deeper there, and it shows to be clean. Had a lot of fish from that corner, but you don't have to be quick on that one because they fucking swing round and want to go in here behind you. But so yeah, you have to be a bit sharp on that one. But that's why I bought the big guns tonight, guys. I left the 10-footers at home. Got the big ones tonight. Don't fuck about in this swim. That one's quite a demanding one as well, because you fish it not right on the corner, but it ain't far from the corner. And if they make it and go round, you know, you're in bother. But one never has. There's a little swim in there. It's called Glory Hole. Right, it's just over there. No one fishes it. And I bet you're wondering why it's called the Glory Hole, or don't you want to ask? It's called Glory Hole because you just poke one out. Just poke one rod out. That's it. That's why it's called Glory Hole. You just poke one rod out in the hole. There you go. Something else you've learnt. But yeah, it's in the spinney. When the water was clear, you could fish literally right off the rod tips with your Polaroids on, and just one rod, handful of bait, and watch all the fish come in. Obviously, you can't do it now. So, but yeah, still blustery. It's the jumping seems to have stopped as well. So perhaps that's a good sign. You know, perhaps they're getting their heads down, but over there. But we'll see. We've got a while yet, so I'm going to leave them for the time being. And if we don't have any occurrences sort of overnight, I'll probably rig up some naked chods and pump them down towards the other side. You've got to obviously be careful because of all this crap down this side. It's proper dense down there. So when you pump them long, you sort of fish the middle, just a couple of rods sort of long. And if you get a run, you're fucking heaving. Just pull them in. Don't piss about. Just pull them in. If you don't, they'll just swing round and you'll be in all sorts of bother. But yeah, it's actually quite chilly with the wind behind me. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there and sit in my bivvy in out of wind. Yeah, he's proper spark out now. He had a little bit, you know. I kept checking on him and he was like, bolt up, right? It's too late. I was like, well, you got bed at home and it's too late. Do you know what I mean? Don't stop you, just get a bed. Stop jerking about. Oh, but the light on the telly's not the red one. But it's spark out now. I guess it's exciting, isn't it, for him? You know, I mean, it's pucker in there. It's just as good as at home in there. I mean, last night I was fucking baking. I mean, it was better last night, you know. Now I've altered it and I could see out the side door, see my rods. It was a bit more bivvy-like. Little knock on the middle rod. That's the bream one, isn't it? The middle rod's always the fucking bream one in here. But yeah, I found it better in the van last night because I could see out the side door. Obviously I leave it open all night. So it's sort of like not that much difference. But it's just weird being in there of an evening, sort of sat there. Yes, it was better, but don't beat being in here. This is fucking much better. But yeah, but it was proper comfortable. I'd give you that. It was so I've got a 50mm foam, like an upholstery foam for the bed. Which obviously I had to cut and manipulate to make it like a full-size bed. I didn't want to buy any more, so I just sort of cut out what I had and just manipulated it into shape. And then to hold it sort of all in place, I had a memory foam topper anyway. So I've got a memory foam sort of topper over that, which is 40mm. So it's a good 90mm of, you know, mattress, so to speak, on a rock hard bed. It's so comfortable. Obviously I've got my pillow is the same pillow as I use at home. I bought two, one for the van and one for at home, so it's just like being at home. Obviously there's no drafts or nothing in the, there's no noise in it. It's, with all the insulation and the sound deadening, you know, it's like, it was proper windy last night. It was just as windy, but in the van it's just a totally different story, and it's different gravy. So I think last time I looked at the clock it was about midnight, and the next time I looked it was, you know, 4:30 in the morning, and I was fucking see you later. Gone, well comfortable. Didn't wake up with a bad back or anything. Having a few knocks now. They've been silent. Been sort of jumping about down the bottom, one right in the corner, and another couple sort of by the tree over the back there. And I couldn't pump them down here now. Not fish them overnight. It's too far. I don't mind pumping them. I don't go too long, but I don't mind pumping them longer in the day. I can see what I'm doing, but I certainly won't pump them down there overnight. But yeah, the sort of jumping stopped, and the rods were sort of silent, but I've been having a couple of little knocks here and there, I'd say for the last sort of half an hour on all three, so it's definitely sort of fish about, but yeah, but no, it's good to use the van for what I built it for. You know, that's what I built it for, basically, for him and Roxy. They can come when it's warmer. Nice. Because a two-man bivvy's fucking long. That's why I built the van. The last time he come, massive bivvy, 2 beds, you know. Oh, it was just big rubber, innit? Guys, well chuffed with this one. This one's pucker. I mean, it's not massive. Obviously, they're not massive in here. Only a couple, but how about that one? For a little peachy orchard scaly banger. Let's come a bit closer. Look at him. Absolutely pucker. And that's what I'm here for. These little scaly bangers. Well chuffed with him. Fucking melted off like a right good one, didn't you, boy? Anyway, I'm going to slip him back. Good effort. Wow, that was an absolute result, wasn't it? Nice to have a nice little run in the day so I can get it on camera, show you him, slip him back. Now I can alter my fishing now, because obviously the hole's produced, which is it's one of them, you know. I tend to fish 2 in the hole overnight, and if something comes along, and if, you know, something don't, it don't, because the one on the left, the one on the right, you know, you have to be on them. They're a bit dodge, so quite often I just fish the hole. But I did pump I didn't put too much in this morning because I weren't too sure whether I was going to come back tonight or tomorrow. But I think I put in, I'd say about half a kilo in the hole, spread sort of about the size of a car, if you know what I mean. So they're obviously getting through it, which is a fucking right on result. So what I'm going to do now, because I've had one from there, and I'm going to be brutally fucking honest with you guys, I've had a fish. It doesn't bother me now. You know, I've come and I'll fish for sort of one. If another one comes along, then great. But I've had a fish. I'm fucking happy as fucking Larry with that. So what I'm going to do now is what I'm doing is I've pulled all the rods in and I'm going to fish 2 in the hole. It's a lot safer fishing the hole overnight. You ain't got to be on your rods like fucking instantly. You know, you can flap about. Where's my shoes? Where's my torch? You can have mistakes like that and get away with it when you're fishing the hole because you're fishing in the middle of the lake, aren't you? You know, you fish them tight. So yeah, I'm just going to show you what I've been doing. So we're on lead clip leaders, and I opted for fishing little bags with Ronnies. And quite simply, I've just been hooking the Ronnie in the end of the bag, like so. Hooking the Ronnie, not there, idiot. Hooking the Ronnie in the end of the bag, and then I'll just tie the Ronnie with a little bit of fucking. Know what I mean? I thought I'd already fucking pulled that off, and then I literally just tie the Ronnie to the bag with a bit of PVA tape. I mean, I bet you're thinking, fucking, what are you doing that for? Blah blah blah, but it works for me. 2 seconds. It takes literally seconds. Just cut that bit of fluff off. Literally hook the fucking Ronnie into the end of the bag, and then I just tie it on by the swivel. Clip it on. Job's a good one. Underarm it in. It's 20, it ain't even 20 fucking yards, is it? 20 foot. It's probably about 35 foot. Just a solid underarm plop, and then sort of handful of boilies, a catapult full of boilies over the top of them. So yeah, I'm going to get this one out, and then I'll get back to you in a bit. That's it, guys. 2 rods in the hole. I just tuck my fucking pocket back. I'll just tuck my pocket back in. Do you know what I mean? Fucking thing. What the fuck? 2 rods in the hole, metre apart, to perfection. You know, a plum. Blah, blah, blah. And then 4 fucking wayward fucking catapults that fucking went anywhere. But they all went plop, so that's all that fucking matters. Now, one sort of tester landed a bit short, to be fair. I find it a little bit awkward in the dark. And then 3 good ones, but I've had some liners since. There's definitely fish still about. And I say today, conditions for feeding have been fucking the bollocks. Choppy and fucking warm and overcast and blustery and proper unsettled, bit of rain and the sun come out, and do you know what I mean? So, and it's still blustery now. So it's proper nice, really good conditions. It's still a bit of cloud cover, I think. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So I've had a few liners, so still a few fish about. Be nice to get one in the morning or something for Reggie. Let him see one because he hadn't seen one yet. I took him fishing and blanked. Do you know what I mean? Although he enjoyed it because he just spent the time eating. But no, it'd be nice to show him a carp because he sees all the pictures, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? But I haven't actually seen one in the flesh. So anyway, here's hoping, guys. Go on, you bastard. Here's hoping, guys. All right.
Yeah.
It's all you, mate.
Why?
Go on then.
I want to.
Why not?
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, you've normally got plenty to say, you haven't you? Let's be honest now. Reggie's normally got plenty to say, hasn't he? Right, what's going on, Reg? What's Daddy caught?
Fish.
What was it? Can you remember?
No seaweed.
It was a bream.
Yeah, but a bit of seaweed.
So yeah, Daddy had a quiet night other than a bream and a pike.
Yeah, and seaweed.
So there's been a bit of activity on the rods. I think they've been breamed out, so I've just refreshed them, haven't we? And now what we're doing?
Having porridge.
What sort of porridge?
Chocolate.
Chocolate porridge.
Oh.
Go on then, go turn the camera off.
Oh.
That nice, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chocolate porridge.
Did you enjoy your porridge? Go up. Did you enjoy your porridge?
Yeah.
What was it like?
It was like normal chocolate, but it tastes like chocolate breakfast biscuits.
Yeah, well, I guess it's pretty much the same, isn't it? It's all oats, I guess.
Yeah.
So Daddy's been telling you to be quiet, hasn't he? Why has he been telling you to be quiet?
Because I'm noisy.
No, not because you're noisy. Well, it is because you're noisy, but why? What's the reason?
Because I'm loud.
Yeah, but why? What does it affect?
Fishies.
Yeah, well, the carp hear it and they go away. That's why we're quiet. It don't affect the bream. The bream actually hear people and they go, ah, there's people there, there's carp anglers over there, let's go and annoy them.
Yeah.
That's why we need to be quiet, because the bream will hear us and they'll come over and they'll annoy us. You with me?
Okay.
Yeah.
But where
Especially
is
when you
he?
get your rods out all on the same spots, absolutely perfect. If you shut your mouth off, the bream will hear you and they'll come over and just destroy the place.
But where is he?
The bream's in the keep net, mate. So only bream go in that green keep net, and then they get moved on to another place where they can annoy other people, which is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, team. I mean, other than a cracking morning, it's absolutely fantastic out here. It's quiet. It's a totally different morning than yesterday. They were jumping about yesterday all over the shop or down here, but today I haven't seen one fish jump. It's totally different. The rods are pretty quiet, to be fair. They're a random bleep now and again, a couple of breamy twitches, but no, other than that, it's been relatively quiet. So he's probably got another hour in him and he's bored and we'll have to shoot anyway. But I want to put some bait out before I go. I probably won't be back till Thursday. So I'm gonna put some in. A mother load, as I say. I'm gonna put some bait in. But the middle rod I pulled in, which is left of the spot. I just filled the tosslon up and dribbled that out. Filled it full of particle and dropped it in. So I want to put some bait out anyway. So it gets that little bit done. And yeah, that might kick something off. I'm really too bothered if it doesn't. We're all good. But you never know, it might kick something off, but the bait's there, and then before I go I shall pump some boilies in. Yeah, so while I've got a minute and it's quiet, I thought I'd show you This is a birthday present, this one. The Korda tackle box, if I can open it. The large tackle box. So I'll spin the camera around and show you. Right guys, so we've got in this little number. I was actually a little bit disappointed that the top isn't like the rubbery type, like the little one. So they've skanked out on that, and we've just got a plastic top with a measuring rule here. But yeah, this is what we got inside. So the bottom tray, you've got your little compartments. You can put the little doors in, or the little gates in, or whatever way you want. Obviously they're suited to fit Kamakuras and some of the other Korda stuff, aren't they? So I've got my Kamakuras there, which I don't really fucking use. My Carp care, the little leader safes go in there. They fit in there nice and snug, which is pretty cool. In here I've got just packets of hooks, my razor points and what have you, some choddies. In the middle section I've got some bits of boom, some tools and what have you, some IQ. This is pretty nifty. So they fit in the pockets, obviously. So you've got your little magnifying glass, so you can do a Darrell peck and check them, and then you can set out your hooks in a little hook safe. It's pretty cool. In this one, I've just got me swivels and me ring swivels and me sort of terminal and a few bits of plastic corn in that. That's me naked chod kit in there. When I make up naked chods, not a lot in that one. That one's a tubing safe, so you just wrap your tubing round. And it must be said, I'm not going to open that because that is an absolute nightmare to get the tubing in. But tubing goes in there. And then the top part, you've got your rig board, another little measuring device there. And then the top I've got sort of stuff that I need, you know, quick. There's some hybrid lead clips there, some rubbers, some pins in this jobby here. Me liner, some quick links, and just some bits that like me silicone rubbers and stuff that you quick access hatches. So as far as it goes, guys, you know, that is pretty much it. That is the large tackle box. Tackle box large, fully loaded. Sounds like a burger, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? But, yeah, surprising. It's you know, it's not a bad morning. I don't know what these fish are doing. They're probably around the corner, aren't they? Having a party in the tree. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this stuff. There is quite a lot of stuff now, just like junk. It's proper untidy. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get packed up, leave the rods out, obviously, and then we can hang about in the van for an hour or so, and it just gets this job done. I think that's what we're going to do. So I'll catch you up in a bit, guys. Right, we're off now, guys. Nice and quiet, you are, aren't you? Makes a change, doesn't it? Yeah. We're all packed up, we're off. I just realised this is an hour long, so we're going to wrap it up there. We had a pike on the particle rod, so that's 2 pike, 2 bream, and a carp. And you didn't see, oh, you saw the pike, didn't you? Oh, and a bream. You see a pike and a bream, that was it. But no carp again. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.
Bye.
Round, round, fuck around, I fuck around. Yeah, fuck around, round, round, I fuck around. I fuck around, round, 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 I fuck around. Fuck around, round, round, I fuck around. Fuck around, round, round, I fuck around. I'm getting fucked fucking up and down this fucking street. I gotta find a fucking place where the fuckheads meet. Those fuckers and me are getting fucking known. Yeah, the fuckheads know, so fucking leave us alone. I fuck around.